Welcome to this place called Earth and the project, Somatic Inversions, decoding the signals beneath behavior. In this extended short, the inversion of consciousness, why being awake doesn't mean you're aware. Before we begin, take a breath. Look around the room. Your eyes are open, your lungs are moving, but that doesn't guarantee you're actually here. This short inversion is simple. Consciousness is not the state of being awake. Consciousness is the state of being connected to your body, your perception, your truth, and the present moment. Breathing isn't consciousness, it's autonomy. Your body can breathe without you. Your eyes can open without you. Your heart, digestion, immune system, reflexes, and most decisions operate automatically. This is because 95% of your behavior is governed by unconscious processes. Autonomic regulation, neuroception, survival reflexes, emotional memory, somatic patterning, and internal threat assessments. You can be fully awake and yet absent. You can walk, talk, work, argue, love, perform, all while unconscious to yourself. This is the everyday trance. Consciousness, defined, is presence with the ability of interoception and integration. A simple definition: consciousness is the ability to feel, sense, and respond to your internal state while being aware of the world outside you. Consciousness requires interoception, awareness of your internal body state; exteroception, awareness of your environment; emotional coherence, nervous system stability, connected selfhood, and the ability to perceive rather than react. Without interoception, you are awake but not conscious. Without nervous system regulation, you are alert but not present. Without coherence, you are thinking but not aware. Consciousness is not breathing, it's feeling the breath from inside the body. Consciousness fluctuates all day, you're not one stable state. You move through different levels of consciousness constantly. High consciousness, regulated, aware, embodied, connected. You can reflect instead of react. You can feel truth instead of defending identity. Moderate consciousness, functional but distracted, present but not deeply. You're here, but only partially. Low consciousness, on autopilot, operating from survival states. Your behavior is reflexive, not chosen. Non-conscious action, shutdown, freeze, overwhelm. Total disconnection from self. The body moves, the mind is gone. This is why you may look awake, but not actually be with yourself. Physiologically, consciousness depends on nervous system regulation. Consciousness requires the prefrontal cortex, the thinking, meaning-making, value-based part of your brain, to be online. But anxiety shuts it down, shame shuts it down, trauma shuts it down, overwhelm shuts it down, chronic stress shuts it down, survival states take priority. When the nervous system collapses into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, your conscious mind goes offline. Not because you're weak, but because the body doesn't need consciousness to survive. It only needs instinct. Psychologically, most thought isn't conscious thought. Most of your thinking is emotional memory, defensive patterning, conditioned reaction, inherited belief, social imprinting, trauma logic, and survival coding. This means you can think all day and never once meet your actual self. You are not conscious because you are thinking. You are conscious when thinking stops controlling you. Consciousness requires coherence, and dissonance removes it. If your beliefs, behaviors, emotions, sensations, identity, and truth are out of sync, consciousness collapses. Internal conflict steals awareness. Attachment steals presence. Identity steals perception. Dissonance steals the self. You become awake but not aware. You become reactive but not conscious. You are living life but not experiencing it. The marker of consciousness is not thought, but choice. Consciousness is responding rather than reacting, sensing rather than assuming, choosing rather than defaulting, being present rather than rehearsing, feeling truth rather than defending identity. You cannot be conscious in a state of internal threat. You cannot be conscious inside dissonance. You cannot be conscious while disconnected from your body. Consciousness is coherence, and coherence is safety. The inversion: we were taught that consciousness is thinking, intellect, awareness, attention, reasoning, memory, and having your eyes open. But the inversion is this: you can be awake and unconscious. You can breathe and be disconnected. The mind can be active while the self is absent. Consciousness is not a cognitive skill, it is a somatic state. It is the nervous system aligned with the truth of the moment. It is the mind and body in phase. It is presence without noise. It is the signal of the self. Everything else is automated. So to close this short, consciousness is coherence. Consciousness is integration. Consciousness is the ability to remain with yourself while the world continues around you. Awake is not aware. Breathing is not presence. And thought is not consciousness. To become conscious is to return home to the self.